The views and opinions expressed on From the Mouths of Madness are that of the panel and not of the Geeks Under the Influence Network or their sponsors. Listeners, beware. Oh, straight from the Mouths of Madness, I'm Lowdown.
F.U. Hunter, what's up, you resurrected bitches?
Resurrected bitches. With us tonight is Grutz.
The Grutz. It's been a minute since I've been on mic.
Yeah, it has. It has.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
we're going to knock the dust off that pussy.
Yep, that's the plan. Real soon.
And, we for this episode, we were thinking of trying to find people that obviously have had to seen a lot of franchise horror, which not everybody has watched every film in a franchise at least once.
Yeah.
But we know you have. You have the film love of us. So.
It can be a big commitment. Now, there are ones that lost me early on that I never came back to, but
yeah,
I
which
just
is
won't
fair.
talk about those.
Which is fucking fair, though.
There's some,
There's some it's like, no, you're terrible. Why am I going to watch any more of you?
Like when they said they were not going to make Saw 11, I'm like, oh, boo-hoo.
I heard Saw 10 was actually pretty good, though.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Was it?
I don't know. I heard. I didn't see it. Fuck that.
I got to leave room for single-run shitty movies, okay?
Yeah. We're not locked into like eight shitty movies, right?
If
you're going through a franchise.
When I give up after part 4, you ain't getting me to fucking 10, all right? Like, you know what? I'll just skip 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'll go right to 10. 10's where they really they figured that shit out.
10's where they really pulled it together.
It takes 6 fucking movies?
Yeah.
Well, they did get Chris Rock in one, right?
We don't talk about that one.
No.
Oh, man.
If we do, it's a different episode. So
You Chris Rock / Samuel L. Jackson one.
yeah. Samuel L. Jackson. Don't
That's
forget,
what hurts.
Samuel L. Jackson was in there.
Chris Rock could be in a shitty horror movie, but Samuel Jackson being one, that hurt. That hurt a little. Yeah.
Yeah. So tonight we are going to be talking about sequels that resurrected a franchise in celebration of Zombie Jesus hiding eggs with a bunny up his ass day. We figured we'd do something around resurrection. Now, zombie would be the easy one, but I feel like we did that before.
Yeah.
I feel like that was an early episode.
This one's a story of Jesus.
This is because let's face it, there's tons of franchises that were just dying on the vine going into some of them.
These are the
in
movies.
the 80s, some of them in the 90s, and some of them in the 2000s.
True.
But they were every major franchise was dying on the vine at one point.
Yes.
These are the movies that literally the pads come out clear and we got a heartbeat.
Yep.
We can give it another chance.
Now, the difference will be we only got that in that movie. And everything that came after it was just as bad as what was before it. So,
Well, sometimes, no, I get it.
They got up. They're like, I feel much better than got hit by a car.
Exactly.
there can be that single movie resurrection.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, well, that's damn good. And then the rest after are like, oh, no.
In hindsight, okay, I'm just going to start swinging because what you just said is in perfect harmony with that. Is obviously a movie that resurrected the franchise is Halloween 2018, and that should have just been a standalone movie with how it fucking ended. So,
I agree.
But it's not just that it resurrected like different attempts at fixing the fucking franchise.
Yeah.
Because you had H2O where they went, don't worry about that weird cult bullshit. Here you go. And then they're like, and here's a resurrection. Oh, people fucking hate the shit out of that. How about Rob Zombie? Huh?
No, Rob Zombie's like reboot situation was awful. I don't care. I know there's people that liked it. I'm not one of those people.
Yeah, no.
I fucking hated those movies.
I always say I like the second half of the film because that's the actual remake part. All the first fucking 35 minutes, I give a fuck.
I said this before, but when I watched the original Halloween, I don't give a shit about little kid Michael Myers.
Yeah, dude, like,
right?
I don't.
And I see a young Rob Zombie watch it going, I want to know about the kid. All you see the kid is a minute. I want to see at least 40 to 50 minutes of just the kid.
No one asked for that.
I give 2 shits about the kid.
No one asked for
Nobody cares about why the shape became the shape.
Exactly.
He's a silent killer that is menacing, and he's perfect. And nobody cares that the kid had all these problems when he was growing up, and he was already fucking evil. Doesn't matter.
And I mean, and then the creator himself, John Carpenter, even said that. He's like, I don't know. He's just unstoppable evil.
Yeah.
That is the point.
So the franchise was gone. After Zombie Halloween 2, I think nobody was like, I'm willing to give this another chance.
Yeah.
So Halloween 2018 had to be
the writers
had to be good.
Dude, the writing team
Oh, yeah.
The way they had, and how hard they had to probably pitch that to make it like, no, this is going to be a good horror movie. Like, and then I think, John Carpenter ended up backing it once he read the script, so that probably helped a lot because he didn't back a lot of the sequels.
Going off what you're saying right there, David Gordon Green and
Danny McBride,
and a couple others, they did the right thing by making it interesting for a reboot after the first, basically.
Yeah.
But then the next two come, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, so this was, like I said, that's why I'm saying it's perfect for what you had said with some, it just needs to be a standalone fucking movie. Because as much as I enjoy kills, it's not worth it for ends. I'm sorry.
No.
Because 2018, and where it ends, it could have just been the end of the whole franchise.
I guess they took that title seriously. Ends. It's done.
No, but I mean,
We killed it.
2018, that could have, the way it ended with the fire and them driving away, perfect, end it. Kills left it open, which means if you watch Kills, you're technically not finishing the story.
The title literally tells you that's it for the franchise.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if Halloween ends, we killed the fucking franchise.
Yeah. Well, no, because the show got greenlit.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a resurrection.
It's another resurrection.
I will say real quick, Grutz actually watched that 2018 with me the first night it came out, and we were both like interested.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We were both also cautious as shit because we gotten burned so many times.
What are you talking about? Michael's my dude.
Yeah.
Halloween's my franchise, so you're fucking worried. Fuck out of here. But no, I completely understand. I was very tentative, very hesitant. But God, and I was like, maybe it's just a good trailer. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still going to get fucked when I go into the movie. And I was like, no, it's exactly what I needed in my life.
It was a perfect standalone movie. And it's the only one that I own. I'm not going to own the other two, not even to be a completionist, which I am sometimes.
I haven't bought ends.
Like
I bought Kills, I like it.
Every Puppet Master movie of all time.
God damn.
But
dude, there's like 13 now.
Yeah.
Including the versus demonic toys and all that.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Dude, nice.
I love Charles Band. Anything he touches is gold.
Wait, the Greg Sestero one too?
Which one?
The Greg Sestero one, the flashback one, the origin one or whatever?
I think so, yeah.
Oh my God.
I think
so.
Unless
you are a completist.
Unless one didn't come out last year.
Which tells you, by the way, how shitty fucking Halloween ends. Because he's like, I own all the puppet, even the shittiest shit Puppet Master I have. Halloween ends. Fuck that. I don't want that shit in my collection.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. That does speak volumes. All right.
Not that piece of shit.
So who's up next?
I'm going with Child's Play, and I'm going to go with Bride of Chucky. The reason I'm going with Bride of Chucky is because obviously you had your first one. Second one, I think, one of the best of the series. And then the third one.
It did bomb.
The military school one happened.
That was because same thing with like Alien 3. They rushed the shit out of Mancini.
They rushed it, but it also is just not a good, it has its moments.
But that's why it's not good.
But it turned a lot of people off, and pretty much everybody thought pretty much killed the franchise.
Yeah. And
you had to wait a while, and then Mancini pretty much was like, how about we take this in a different direction? Let's lean on inspired by Scream with all the wink wink,
it was meta. It went the meta route.
The opening scene,
self-awareness.
The opening scene of Bride of Chucky is the in the jail, or you see all the stuff. You see Jason's mask, you see Freddy's glove. So they pretty much are going, we know we are, and having fun with it. And it brought back that fun that there was the one-liners that Chucky had in the first three movies, but this one. It was the full comedy. It went full comedy. I agree that Bride of Chucky resurrected the franchise, but it was a standalone Child's Play movie because Seed of Chucky was ass, and that's what came after. Well,
the true resurrection that actually gave us something that followed that's all been good is Curse of Chucky. Because we got Cult of Chucky after that, and we got three seasons of a show. Bride of Chucky didn't do that. So while Bride of Chucky is a standalone resurrection, Curse of Chucky is the industry stated resurrection of the franchise.
I guess
you're right.
No, I'm guessing. I'm saying that's what happened. That's what the industry. That's what happened.
I don't know if we would have gotten those though without Bride of Chucky being successful.
That's what I'm saying. It was the standalone resurrection that needed to happen. But then they failed with Seed. We could have had multiple good fucking Chucky movies.
Yeah. The next one was a little bit of a dud. Yeah,
little.
But
did you watch it?
Hold on, I know why. John Walters is in that. So
fuck that movie.
I know. I know the way Bruce thinks. He goes, I can't shit on this movie completely because goddamn John Walters is in it.
That's right. He's in the fucking show too.
However, we also got you talking about resurrection. That resurrected Jennifer Tilly's career.
No shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
and now she's
Yeah.
even said in interviews that like she goes to conventions, not even horror centric ones, like goes with Comic-Con or something, and more than half of the stuff she gets to sign is all Chucky shit.
Oh yeah.
But
I mean,
what
it's a
else
whole
would
new
it be?
generation of
Yeah.
people that know her now.
Yeah.
I mean, she got introduced with Bride of Chucky, a new generation, called Seed of Chucky, because I guess somebody likes that fucking movie. But with the Curse on, that's a whole new generation of horror fans.
It's true.
So
But what else would they get her to sign?
I'd have my-
I
I'd get a-
love Bound. I love but I'm just saying this
as far
kind of
yeah.
her staple thing
Yeah.
is that movie.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's a good point. That's a good point. But no, I do 100% agree. Bride of Chucky, if that didn't happen, you're right, we wouldn't have had the full-fledged resurrection. That just needed to happen to get over the part 3 bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That allowed it to continue at all.
Exactly.
'Cause I think if part 3 didn't do well box office wise, but still held up with the audience like
Yeah,
two
but
did.
yeah, that's the problem,
But
right?
that's the problem is everybody's like, Jesus
When the
Christ.
audience score is low, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. All
That's
right.
true.
Yeah. So,
All right.
fuck yeah.
My turn?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Well, the movie I'm going to talk about was one of my favorite horror movies last year, and that's The First Omen. Because
Dude, nice.
Omen had
Nice.
been
I didn't even think of, God, nice. Fuck yeah.
Omen had
I
been,
had
yeah, I didn't
dead and
think about that.
gone for years, I mean, they were from the late 70s through the 80s, you had 3. I don't think there was an Omen 4, was there?
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
Omen,
was there?
The Awakening. It was, and they made it a girl. It was like his
Okay.
daughter. It was the original
Was
Damien's
that
daughter.
90s? I might have.
Yeah, it was
I
90s.
think I completely forgot about that.
I think it was called The Awakening or some shit like that.
I think it's literally called The
Fucking
Awakening.
terrible.
Yeah, probably was. But I mean, I got to say, The First Omen was so fucking well done. I mean, everything about it, the cinematography, like, the main character, what was it? Nell. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, her body fucking movements.
Nell
and that
Tiger
shit.
Free.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
And like her body movements, like reminiscent of possession, like everything about it was, and they shot it like a 70s movie.
Yep.
Because it was a prequel. I dug it. Like every part of it was for me.
And we got demon hand out of a vagina. That was always
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But no.
It went places.
What because we did on our year-end review, we obviously talked about that film, and I enjoy that movie a lot. I'm with you. Like, it's, I think it's a great addition to the Omen. It's a good reboot for the franchise. The thing is, like, I didn't feel like I was watching an Omen film until like the last half of the third act. The rest of the movie, I felt like I was watching Suspiria.
Yeah, it wasn't stylized like
And
that.
I don't say it as a problem. What I mean is the story. A girl sent away to a new place. Everyone's mean to her. Shit starts happening. It just didn't have an Omen vibe until... And it could have been because they could have used the Omen music the whole fucking movie, but they didn't even use the Omen score until like the last scene, pretty much when the priest is flying to find her and tell her name and all that. I'm like, you could have, if they'd at least used the score the whole time, I would have said it would have felt like completely like an Omen movie.
Yeah.
And again, I'm saying it from a place of I love the movie. I'm just saying that it didn't feel like an Omen movie.
But I feel like that's actually what resurrects this is that you're because we've already seen fucking.
No, dude, Halloween
3
2018 felt like a Halloween movie, dude.
I understand, but you have 3 other Omen. I mean, how much can we follow this fucking kid? All right, like
Well,
you
yeah,
have to take the approach and not take the approach that from the start you're going into it and you says the first Omen, so you know it's an Omen movie.
Yeah.
but they're not hitting you over the head with it, like you said, more of a Suspiria kind of weird environment till the end of that movie, and I actually appreciate that because I think if it had just had the same beats, they already did a goddamn remake that fucking bombed. So.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we still need to do
Yeah,
that.
no,
you
no.
just reminded me.
God
Thank you.
damn it, fuck
We're
you.
doing that in June because
But I'm just saying, so this is the best approach to have with it is don't make it over the head, hitting you over the head as an Omen movie until you get to the last part that hits right where you would connect it to the first Omen movie.
Right. Kind of like the end of Rogue One or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
but
Oh, exactly though.
yeah, exactly. but 2 things. Like, first off, it was a prequel. And it also, like the other movies, while they had the religious overtone, like they were undertones in the other movies where that was always the background. It was always like the weird culty things that are like following the characters around and in the background. Meanwhile, this is like the whole movie takes in place in a nunnery, so it's way more the icon, the Catholic iconography and all that kind of stuff is way more in your face. So yeah, I totally understand, it felt different in the first 2 halves, but
I loved it. It didn't deter me. It initially distracted me but it didn't make me dislike the film. Like I really love the film. Like I still need to purchase a copy of it because like I like it enough to own it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it's a great fucking film.
Oh man.
So, and I know going through watching the second time after seeing where it ended, I'll probably have even a different view of it than the first time. So
I'm hoping it's a claim to we get more. Even
but that would just be an Owen remake, wouldn't it? At that point,
Well,
that's
no.
what's got to come next, right?
Not necessarily. Like it doesn't have to continue from the prequel, but I mean it can be in the future. But I mean even just more interest in that franchise.
Oh yeah, no, I
I'm
agree.
hoping.
I think that would be, you're right. I think that would be awesome.
Like maybe go the 2018 approach and say, we'll acknowledge the first Omen and then the original Omen, and
Yeah.
then the next movie will be
so
this.
so we do like where we pick up where he's a teenager or an adult versus when watching him grow up as a baby when it's not really him. It's not about him. It was
Yeah.
about Gregory Peck and his mom.
Yeah.
It wasn't really about Damien in the first one, right?
Right.
But the second and third one, it was him being an evil little shit. So yeah, maybe just skip the baby birthing shit and go right to, and then Sam Neill can have a fucking cameo. What?
Or we can have Son of Omen.
dude.
You'd have to.
Son of the Omen.
The Son of Omen.
Son of Omen.
Fuck yeah. All right. God, there's a few good ones. You know what? This is one I'm gonna bring. I'm gonna leave the other one to you. 2022's Prey.
All right.
Now
yes.
this one is one of the ones that actually had two. 2010's was good enough that it should have reboot the series, but the Predator that came out
Oh,
in 2018, which was the direct sequel after
That
Predators,
dumb as
was
shit.
fucking stupid.
Yes.
They fucked it up. But 2022's Prey, that's the resurrected one because we've got a new movie, Badlands, in the works. They just announced a fucking animated series, and
Yep.
there's another movie in the works as well.
Oh yeah.
So, dude, we're
Yeah.
swinging dick and Predators right now.
yeah.
Yep.
Can we get them? Can we get them versus Vikings? We're doing like Samurai Badlands shit, right?
If
Can
it
we get
just
them doing like a
keeps-
Viking?
If it
Dude,
keeps happening.
imagine them drop into like fucking like Vietnam in 1960s. Well, that would have been more like the first one. Imagine they drop into I don't know.
Yeah, I was saying World War One, like during the tunnel, like those kind of
Or
battles.
they drop into America during Civil War.
They just take that fucking disc and just throw it in the
So
fucking.
100 years after Prey.
Right.
Just take that disc, throw it in there, just
Yeah.
chops off somebody. You just see heads flopping off. That would be
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Dude, there's all these time periods, and like Prey, the concept that Prey gave us about different time periods they've come to Earth opened a door, I think, for endless fucking possibility, and I think it's genius.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have to give Predators its prop because you'll remember Predators had to fix two atrocious,
No,
atrocious
please,
Alien versus Predators
Please.
movies.
God damn it,
Where
so painful.
I know.
So painful.
So I got to give Predators its due. Like
No,
it's-
that's a great movie, but it didn't do
but
what it
had-
should have done.
But it had more of a challenge because it had to convince people. Trust me, I know you just watched two shit movies involving
And
predators.
is Predator 2 really good? Really?
Oh,
No. I'm saying
Predator
two.
2 is awesome. I will fight you.
I would take Predator 2 over either
no,
of the Alien
what I'm
versus Predator
saying
movies.
is you're just talking about the Alien versus Predator, but I'm like, compared to the first Predator, Predator
Oh,
2
yeah.
is
yeah,
not a great sequel.
no, it's not. But
So that's what I mean
It's
is there's actually
not-
been 3 movies it had to make up for.
yeah,
Because I think
No.
2010's
Well,
Predators
then
is
you
better
just
than
helped-
Predator 2.
Then you just helped out Predators a little bit more because you made it even harder.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying to have people trust. They even get the green light to make fucking Predators.
Yeah.
Rodriguez had to deal with people going, "You mean the characters that we just saw in 2 really, really terrible fucking movies?" They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I want to do that. And,
Yeah.
and who's gonna be your star? Oh, the action star Adrian Brody. I would just say like everything's against this movie,
Well, I
and
mean,
it succeeds.
Now let's be fair. The cast you had Danny Trejo, you had Walton Goggins, you had
You had
more
some
than
great
just
supporting guys,
Brody, but he's
he's your main
hey,
action.
he was pulling the
star.
Bruce Willis dude. He's pulling the Bruce Willis card.
Yeah, the guy that was fired from the Thin Red Line.
I'm just saying, you loved him then pianist, and now he's taking down Predators. It's not really a thing that you put in
No.
your head. Like,
No.
Yeah, especially at the time, like now, especially after seeing Clean, I'm like, oh no, he can do it. But, like,
Holocaust survivor Adrian Brody plays.
yeah,
No. I mean, AVPs, both of those movies, as crappy as they are,
so bad.
they
Dude.
still made money just based on the franchises.
Yeah,
So like, it wasn't
Dirty
that,
money.
It wasn't that they weren't profitable, but like you had to get over that hump.
mm-hmm.
And yeah, Predator 2 is awesome. I shamelessly love that movie so much. It's so fucking badass.
It is
No,
ridiculous.
I know but it's that's not objectively. It's not a good movie
no,
compared to the first one.
it's It's a completely different movie.
Well,
but
I know, but I mean, it's just it doesn't take itself seriously. I just meant like as far as going from like
the first movie doesn't. The first
to
movie,
a point, it does. It's
It
done
kinda-
like a Schwarzenegger action movie.
it's
with
like
less
Commando
one-liners.
for the first act, and then the rest of it is a chase movie where they get picked off, and it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But dropping Predator into South Central, or was it L.A.?
Yeah.
And it's just
wartime. Like,
it's so good.
Fucking Gary
oh
Busey.
no, the greatest contribution Predator 2 has is that it completes the trifecta of Bill Paxton literally getting killed by a predator,
Terminator,
and alien.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right there, that puts Predator 2 in a high regard.
Hell yeah.
See, and so again, now we're getting into more like the personal attachments to the
Yeah,
films.
I know.
I would watch. I rate 2010 Predators over Predator 2. Predator 2 is right.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Fair.
It's like Predator, Prey, 2010's Predators, Predator 2, everything else.
I'm just defending Predator 2 over the AVP
No,
ones.
I mean, there's no need to defend that because they were shit. You don't make a fucking PG-13. God
I
damn
was
it.
so
God, fuck
betrayed.
those fucking movies, man. Why'd you got to get me? No, I saw that motherfucker on. It came out around my birthday. It came out in August. So I am especially pissed because I was like, oh, AVP.
Oh,
I went to see it as a birthday outing. So I just left with my asshole bleeding.
yeah.
oh, was it around your birthday?
Yeah.
You mean where our birthdays are so goddamn
But
close?
it actually came out like on my birthday. You had a week. Fuck you.
I'm
you
just
had
saying,
warning. It had been out for a week, and you worked in a fucking theater.
I had no warning. I saw it opening night. So
But the,
Oh damn. Okay, I
Yeah.
thought you waited for your weekend.
no.
Oh. My bad.
So
I take
had
it
a
back.
Shitty after birthday.
I take it back.
Yeah.
the moral of the story, Prey is fucking awesome.
Yes, Prey is fucking amazing.
It is 100% such a perfect example of something that should revitalize a franchise
100%.
because it's unique, it is beautifully shot, the action is amazing, you have compelling like protagonist character, like
Well, she has a hero's journey, which Marvel
Yes.
failed to do in a lot of their later stuff, and that's why people don't realize they don't like. That's why they don't like it, is because I don't give a fuck what gender the hero is. They need to have that journey. Otherwise,
Yes.
I don't give a fuck that they won.
absolutely.
And the writers were phenomenal with Prey.
Yes.
So good.
And some of the best movies have a strong female protagonist. Hello, aliens.
Yeah.
So like,
Terminator.
yeah.
Fuck, let's go. Like, but I mean, like, that's an example of doing it 100% right in modern day because she struggled, right? She had loss, she and she learned something early in the film that helped her win in the end. Like, you have all these connective tissues,
Yeah.
and that's what's necessary. Because I rewatched this movie probably like 4 times.
Yeah, I need to own it.
They haven't, yeah, but it's fucking Hulu, man. They're not gonna drop it.
You can. There's
Is there?
I saw it at Barnes & Noble.
No shit.
Yeah.
I didn't even look because it was
Oh,
a Hulu
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
I didn't even
You
look.
could buy it. Yeah.
Okay, fuck yeah, I need to buy it then. And if you want to just go right into what I'm pretty sure.
You don't know what I'm going to do, but I am
Yeah.
going to go with Friday the 13th Part 6 because.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Because, look, 4 is probably my second favorite.
Oh no,
one,
6.
But
I-
5 was such a shit show, and it's just so like it's not the worst of the series, but it killed. I mean, it was so bad that it affected the box office gross for Part 6.
Oh yeah.
But Part 6 made you trust a Jason movie again because Part 5 not only is it a shitty movie, it doesn't even fucking have Jason in it. So 6 goes
Can't say that. That's the same reason people don't like Halloween 3.
right, except Halloween 3 is a good movie.
I know. I'm fucking with
Yeah. I just so Part 6 it's the best of the series.
you. 100%.
It's
The best Jason.
best kills, best humor. Overall it brought back and to the point where they made several other sequels that were dog shit, but it's because 6 was so trusted they were able to make the shit ones after that.
I'm in 100% agreement. That's on my list. 1986's Jason Lives. And it literally resurrected it by resurrecting Jason and
Yeah.
gave us zombie Jason. That's
Yeah.
that's what they did. And Frank, it was like Frankenstein-esque intro to the movie. It was done. That's such an awesome scene.
Oh yeah.
Just that cemetery opening scene, man, and then the James Bond fucking like. There's so many awesome things in that movie. The soundtrack, fucking Alice Cooper.
The things we get in Scream that we're like giving like holy shit, we've never seen this. We have technically seen that, and there's scenes in Part 6. Like the guy that works at the graveyard that literally looks at this camera and goes, some people have a sick mind of what's entertaining. You know, like when he
Yeah.
says that, looking at the camera.
Fourth wall break, baby.
Yeah, just break
Come
that
on, man.
fourth wall.
Come on.
And I mean, this is like in fucking 86, right?
Yeah.
And so like that's happening, and then 10 years later is when Scream comes out, and people are talking. This movie starts the whole trend of that.
100%. And I mean, the kills were phenomenal. even though MPAA still had its way with them, they still like kept a lot of good shit in the movie. Like,
Yeah.
two of our kills in the Kills That Made Us panel was from part 6.
Yeah.
Because we each had 2 different favorite ones.
Because they knew how to cut it just right. So
Exactly.
they show you what's happening.
You can't tell it looks like shit.
Yeah.
You can't tell it's shitty.
Exactly.
They just cut it just in time. So no, I completely agree. If I had to see part 6, and in 2010 was good enough to reboot the series. If you're looking at horror remakes, that was probably the top one of the Platinum Dunes, and it should have rebooted the series. I mean, it's better than Nightmare on Elm Street.
Well, that's not saying much though.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I'd say okay, it's probably on par with Texas Chainsaw's remake, not the remake one. I would give it that.
Yeah.
But it's a Jason film, man. Like the remake does what it needed to do. We had fun, inventive kills, people you don't like getting murdered, people you do like not getting murdered. Maybe that one tragic death that because you did like that person they got. I mean, it was literally a formulaic modern Jason film, and they actually show you how the fuck he survived in the woods.
I mean, Friday the 13th 3D is still the pinnacle for me.
Wow.
That's my favorite.
Huh? Okay.
Over 6.
Yeah, even over
Wow.
6. I love 6, but 3 just I don't know what it is. The score, everything about it. Wearing stupid like 2-color glasses to watch it on your TV.
The homeless guy with the eye pushing towards the camera. Look into my eye.
No, what did he say? It's like, I have warned thee. Dude, that shit. And that was a 3D sec. That was one of the 3D parts. Mine's 6 for the remake, then 3.
Gotcha.
But I love Booker as Jason. He was a very formidable size.
Yeah.
For a Jason. He was the first large Jason, right? Because the guy I played 2 is not a big Jason.
Mm-hmm.
He was a tiny guy. It was a Steve Miner, I think is his name. And then Ted White was everyone after that. He set the precedent for the large Jason, like the Mongoloid style Jason.
Yeah.
So
Part 3 one, he has like no neck. Like there's no neck. It's just shoulders.
he was like some fitness dude.
Yeah.
And it was a stunt
He
man.
was
So he was
big
like,
as fuck.
yeah, dude, he's huge. He's a big dude.
Like when someone takes something and breaks over his back, like you would believe whatever object you're hitting would break with that fucking back, man.
Or when he's like throwing shit around the shed, and you're like, I mean, dude, there was a whole shelf that flew. I'm like, okay, but fuck yeah, dude, Jason lives.
All right. We got to talk about Evil Dead.
Because
I mean, obviously, all the Sam Raimi movies are sacrosanct.
Mm-hmm.
They're brilliant. It's a great trilogy that went from like low budget horror that was amazing to a kind of quasi remake retelling to Army of Darkness, and there was a show in there, but like Fede Alvarez,
dude,
damn, and it was produced by Raimi and Bruce Campbell.
Yeah,
so he had the go ahead, and you talk about a remake that reinterprets and just makes it vicious as fuck.
Oh yeah,
brutal.
It's like they take the gore aspect that was fun in the Evil Dead movies and said, no, we're going to make it to where you want to throw up in your popcorn bucket.
Oh, it was mean too. It was just mean.
That's what I'm saying. Like it was so unrelenting. That one dude got fucked so bad, but he shouldn't have cut the barbed wire wrapped book open.
Yeah, I think the Evil Dead show came out after.
Yeah, Ash vs. Evil Dead. That was directly.
What I would say is that
right.
isn't such stark difference from Army of Darkness, where Army of Darkness has some fucking crazy parts, but it's a comedy.
Oh yeah,
100%.
And there is 0 points in the remake that is in any way comedy unless you're sadistic as fuck. If you're sadistic, you're laughing your ass off, but a completely different tonal change.
You're right,
and that's what I think the series needed. Because you couldn't go back into another Army of Darkness kind of like one-liner after one-liner.
And it's good that both existed and they're not in the same universe. Like this is a perfect reboot, retelling of the original Evil Dead kind of story. Mm-hmm. And the show was fun. I love Ash vs. Evil Dead. Like it lets Bruce Campbell just be Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, and actually, that show had more of a Evil Dead 2 feel.
2D, yeah, exactly.
It was like 3 seasons of Evil Dead 2.
I mean, Evil Dead 2 is always my favorite of all of them.
But I mean, like I said, Army of Darkness was straight more comedy. This had scary. Like I jumped in multiple episodes of Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Yes.
Because there was some amazing camera work.
Well, because at first the original Evil Dead, it's quote horror.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty silly. And some
he had no money.
But some has to do with the budget.
Yeah.
So to have someone go back and go, all right, I'm taking the concept of that first one.
And I'm fucking putting a budget
But I
it.
now have the budget, and I'm going to make it twisted and fucked up.
Yeah.
And like,
I'm going to have an animatronic, deer head on the wall laughing at me.
Yeah, I'm going to have this very phallic fucking things. Swallow your soul, swallow your soul. Fucking Henrietta turns into his fat decomposed.
And I remember going in.
fucking
I got
awesome.
to see a early screening of it, and if there's one movie that had to prove it, and I mean fucking prove it,
Oh, yeah.
it was that movie because I went, I'm watching this, I'm already prepared to hate the fuck out of this movie so much. So, and again, because it had to be a complete tonal change from Army of Darkness.
And they did.
And one of the things I love about it too, to make it stand out as this is a conceptual remake with its an original story, is they actually gave us the prophecy, which they were trying to do with Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness,
Right.
but no, they gave us the prophecy that was in because a lot of those images were in the original Necronomicon from the original movie. We just never got to see it brought to Earth.
Right.
Somehow, I forget how that happened because I don't think they explain it that well. But the portal opens. No, everything happens the way it's scripted in the book. We get those kills. Boom, we get bitch crawling out the ground. Fucking blood rain at the end, dude. God Slayer,
rated blood,
dude, man.
It was
It's so well done, dude.
So fucking good, and it did well enough. Obviously, that it had a sequel coming out, Evil Dead Rise. I really enjoyed, and there's another one to come.
2026. So yeah, basically that movie spawned 3 seasons of a show because that show would not have happened if it wasn't for the success. I firmly believe it wouldn't have happened. Already got another sequel movie, another one in the works, and I think someone said there's also in talks for another property to do with Evil Dead happening.
Damn.
I'm in.
I do like what I've heard is that they're doing different directors for the Evil Dead.
Yeah.
So it's not trying out different people that have smaller films that they're giving them a chance with. The
I forget whoever got greenlit for this one. I remember I've seen a few of their movies and I liked them. I just can't remember the name.
I can tell you who they should get. They should get the dude, the fucking When Evil Lurks, doing one of them.
Ooh.
I mean, come on.
I forget who they announced for the other one.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna grab my phone and look at it, but the guy who did the second one, who did Evil Dead Rise,
he's doing something else right now.
Was that not the same? He was like a Scandinavian director. Was it the same one who did the prequel to The Thing?
I don't think so.
Or it was somebody? What else? Maybe it was the guy who did The Ritual.
The Ritual.
That's
The Ritual.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yep.
I couldn't bring
Confirmed.
Yeah, confirmed.
When both of them are like, yeah.
That's what it was.
But whoever, and he's working on something else now too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just again saw like an article and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, fuck, all right, cool.
But yeah, you want to talk about a successful, a resurrection of a franchise? I think Fede Alvarez did it justice.
Oh yeah,
and really allowed. You're right. He allowed everything.
It's one of those rare cases though where because nobody's talking shit about the first 3, but it had been a while and nobody really approached doing what they did with it, because most of the ones we've brought up till now, it's been started to get shitty, and then this movie finally. But this one, it was just the interest was there, but someone had to take a different approach. So it's like a different type of resurrection.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna go with 2022 Scream. Now this is one that kind of had 2, but and there's a reason why the first one didn't take off. Right? We had 3 was a bomb. For all the right reasons, it deserved. What Craven gave us, it deserved to suck. I'm sorry, that movie.
I'm sorry, Emily.
Sorry.
Now, was he only producing, or did he direct 3?
He directed it, I believe.
Yeah, as far as I know, he directed all first 4 of them.
Oh,
as far as I know, unless I'm. So we got
money's good,
We got 2011 Scream 4 that came out 11 years after Scream 3 was 2000.
Mm-hmm.
We got Scream 4 in 2011 because the reboot craze that started happening. Craven's like, I got you, bitch. Right? I'm already writing gold on this, right? Because, the meta thing of Scream. And I enjoy Scream 4. It was miles better than Scream 3.
And it's bloody as shit.
Fuck
too.
yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the problem is Wes died in 2015, which I feel like I've read some articles saying that there was like a script he was writing for the next Scream movie up to the point where he got too sick because he had a brain tumor, right? So he lost all cognitive function probably the last year and a half of his life, I would assume, unfortunately. But and then we went 7 years and we got 2022 Scream. Now I enjoy Scream 6 more than Scream 5. That's what 2022 Scream 5. But I rewatched it before this because I'm like, I haven't watched it since I've seen it in theaters, and I enjoy it way more rewatching it. But I still have the same problems still with it.
Ghost Dad.
I mean, that's the lesser of the problems for me. The bigger problem is Melissa Barrera can't act in a serious emotional scene for fuck all, dude. Like her heart-to-hearts with Tara, her acting is atrocious.
Did you say Ghost Dad?
Well, yeah, Skeet Ulrich's Ghost Dad.
Yeah.
They
Put the bitch on the phone.
they CG, de-aged them, and
I just can't take that.
But what I mean is, like, there's like 2 or 3 characters specifically. The acting is shit,
Yeah.
and it's also because the script was shit for that emotional scene, right? So those are still there, but overall, I enjoy it more than I did the first time. But
I was gonna say with Scream 5 that the problem I have with Scream 4 is that I think everything works till the reveal the killer's at the end, and then it's her whiny ass niece and the film geek, and it just doesn't fucking work. And in 5, both of the actual killers work.
yeah,
And I think that what makes this one feel so much stronger is that you're like, okay,
yeah,
oh, the fucking boyfriend that's like skittish as shit is actually the killer. Okay,
yeah. No, it 100%. And I misspoke earlier. Actually, what 2011 Scream 4 actually did give us was a series.
that's
So
right.
it did reboot. There was a series in between Scream 4 and 2022 Scream. It was
Forgot
like
about
4
that.
seasons of
Shit.
The
4 or 5
MTV
seasons of a
series.
show.
I never even saw it.
Yeah. So
I never
technically, it's been rebooted twice.
Yeah.
And if you really want it went for like 4 or 5 years. So really, it was the main reboot. If you count the series like we did with Ash vs. Evil Dead, because 2011, I think the show started in like 2012 or 2013, and it went for like 4 or 5 seasons. So that means it would have went to like 2017, 2018. Scream 5 came out in 22. So really, the biggest gap was between Scream 3 and Scream 4. So technically, Scream 4, I guess, is the reboot.
Have you watched the show?
A few, like I started it, and I don't remember hating it, but I didn't. Something else was.
Okay, just curious because I haven't.
It's rated really well.
All right.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like
it's not. I don't think it's Teen Wolf.
Okay.
I don't think it's Teen Wolf.
the Scream franchise kind of followed the same trajectory for me as the Saw franchise, where the first is obviously the best and always will be. Like it's I thought the original Saw was great, and the reveals at the end, like it was perfect,
Yeah.
And then the second movie of both those franchises was like okay, but not as good.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm losing a lot of the luster for these movies. And then by the third one, I'm just out.
Gotcha.
And so, I really didn't follow much after that,
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, and one thing I really noticed with rewatching 5, I would definitely it reboots, so you don't need to watch 4 you really don't need to see 4 to see 5.
No.
Like as long if you've seen the first 3, but I think you miss a Dewey stabbing in 4. It's basically what you just missed. You just missed Dewey getting stabbed in 4. Really.
Again. I mean, yeah.
I mean, as far as to do with the storyline, right? I don't
and
think
the female officers introduced.
she's introduced.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a new police officer that.
It's
Yeah.
another Dewey stabbing.
Another Dewey stabbing. So I mean, you could probably go right into 5 and check it out. But I would recommend 4. 4 is way better than 3.
Okay.
And now Oscar winner, Karen Culkin's in it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think he does really well in that movie.
yeah.
What I was going to say was Scream 5's ending was way better than Scream 6's. Like, I like the overall Scream, everything before the ending for Scream 6, like the first 3/4 of the movie. Because I'm not talking about the whole third act of Scream 6. I'm just talking about the direct reveal ending part of the third act.
Yeah.
That's a bit rough.
Scream 5, the first chunk of the film was a little lackluster with the writing and some of the acting, but the fucking ending was just as strong almost as far as the cat and mouse through the house as the first film.
I'll just say it straight out. Jack Quaid is the best since Matthew Lillard when it came to reveal.
Goofy fucking
When it came to reveal and fucking with him at the end.
Yeah.
He brings out that inner Matthew Lillard that you were like waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
That hasn't happened in all these other Scream movies. And I think that's almost the strongest point of 5.
Yeah.
Is that you're like, oh, good, someone who's like fucked up, but kind of silly.
Yeah.
That's a killer.
Yeah, because he just has that maniacal glint and the way he talks, he's giddy. Dude, yeah, it's really...
It really is him.
like I said, I enjoyed it way more watching it this time. And I guess I was wrong. It really, based off, if we're including a series run, which we also did with Chucky, 2011's was really the one that resurrected the franchise. Scream 4,
Hey.
really.
Also, you know what? Be one of the Scream killers. Could get you an Oscar.
Mm.
Rob Culkin, also
Yeah.
Scream 5.
Yeah.
The chick, now an Academy Award winner.
Yep.
Who?
The chick that's in Anora, that was the other killer in part 5.
Oh yeah, Mikey Madison.
Yeah.
So that's 2 Oscar winners.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Fair enough.
She gets killed a lot,
Yeah. But I'm just saying, now you got 2 different Scream killers that literally are Academy Award winners.
I didn't know Nora. I remember seeing the trailer, but I never paid attention to it after that. So I never. Yeah.
Well,
it looked like they were trying to make a serious, Pretty Woman.
Yeah, but it's like an adult Pretty Woman because Pretty Woman, even though it was, I think it was rated R back in the day.
Yeah.
Man, that didn't need to be rated R. That was a
No.
PG-13 movie.
But
at
I just meant
best.
the concept seemed to be what I saw in the trailer. Like they were trying to make like a.
It's actually pretty good.
It's
Like,
a really good movie.
Yeah.
It's like slice of life. Like
It's dark comedy.
yeah.
So yeah, very good point.
So it's just saying maybe it's in Skeet Ulrich or Matthew Lillard eventually get that Oscar if it's trending like that. So fingers crossed.
And they are, and this is how much like they want this franchise to work. Is they are doing whatever they can to make Scream 7.
No matter who's in it or who's not in
Lillard's
it.
back. Apparently, he's greenlit. Fucking
Yeah.
dude,
There was
it's,
a big. There was some kind of a post that had like all the faces that were greenlit. so
yeah,
far,
dude, it's crazy.
and it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Like,
so
goddamn.
we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
So.
All right, I'm throwing a little bit of a random one out there. So, Final Destination 5.
Ooh,
Because
4. God damn it.
4 is so fucking bad. And 5 is one of those, I get excited if I talk to somebody that hasn't seen it or doesn't know the premise yet and seen some of the other ones because you get that reveal at the end of 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fucking
Have you seen it?
sweet.
I have not seen 5.
Oh, okay.
Dude. Okay.
I won't say anything.
Yeah.
then,
I guess I
but-
need to.
But it follows the same playbook as the other ones.
Yeah.
But there's little things you don't really notice till you get to the very end, and then you go, "Oh fuck you!"
Oh yeah, yeah. Dude,
Oh
no, they.
fuck
Oh,
you!
nice.
And right there, and I
it's
think
good.
that's the reason we're getting a new Final Destination movie is because 5 landed so strong.
Yeah.
And people were like, "Okay,
And I think part
You
of
brought
why
me
we.
back.
I think part of why we've had such a big gap is because COVID. Honestly,
yeah."
like I think because that came out. 5 came out what? 15 or 16?
I think earlier than that.
Was it? No,
Yeah.
never mind. Did it do well?
It did well, but I guess they just
So it's not COVID. I guess they just didn't feel like making
Now
more
it's
Final
been
or
Destination.
they
like
were trying to make it a TV series.
It's been over a decade.
It's been a decade. So like now it's right.
It's a new
for-
generation of people.
We're ready for the.
Everyone that like kids that were like 10 and 12 that just didn't watch that movie when 5 came out are now in their 20s. That
Yeah.
will probably go see Blood.
They were
Wars.
killing millennials. Now they got to kill some
Gen
Gen Z.
Zers. Fuck yeah.
Or like Scream, where they just wanted that they just had that gap for some reason.
Yeah, true.
But yeah,
So-
so I won't discuss any more then since somebody here hasn't watched
I
it.
Yeah.
appreciate that.
We won't want to spoil it because when I first saw it, I was like, "What the fuck?"
You get
Yeah,
to
it's
the
awesome,
end
dude.
and you're like,
It's awesome.
"Oh fuck you!"
He's gonna hit up the message thread and be like,
Yeah.
"Fuck yeah!"
That's your homework.
I will.
Yeah, you
I
have a
will.
homework assignment now.
All right. I got one. I'm gonna talk about David Cronenberg's The Fly because as it wasn't really so much a franchise, but we did have 2 Vincent Price movies.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit of a stretch because, and I only include it because Cronenberg's Fly did spawn a sequel. Now, it wasn't as good, obviously, as The Fly.
No, but it wasn't terrible.
It wasn't
It
terrible.
wasn't terrible.
But, I mean, I have a reverence for the older Vincent Price movies.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah, poster up in the dining
It
room.
was, it had been, several decades, and now, Cronenberg has this idea of like, let me adapt this story.
Mhm.
And The Fly was fucking brilliant.
Mhm.
And, I think it was, 86?
80,
Yeah, 86, yeah.
86, yeah. And
And
Goldblum's performance was phenomenal. I mean,
Gina Davis
Gina
was
Davis
amazing.
was phenomenal.
It was gross. The body horror was on like
straight body horror.
like right up
And-
at tip top shape.
And it made you want to fucking cry at the last scene.
Oh, I know.
Like, holy shit.
Like it's so good. And
God damn.
it's not as literal, like it's not as a traditional franchise, but like it is a property that once was and had a couple movies in the past, and I thought it was a successful way to bring it forth.
I mean, I'd say the biggest resurrection is that after that, Cronenberg was able to make a shitload of movies because of how
yeah.
successful that was too.
That too, yeah. I mean, he had carte blanche to do a lot of weird shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. No, but that's a good call. But yeah, you're right. I mean, because like the Return of the Fly did so poorly that killed the original
Yeah.
franchise. I mean, it did. I mean, I like it for all the wrong reasons, but but it is what killed it from spawning any more in the monster movie craze era, because we had War of the Worlds that came out shortly after that, like right around that time, right
Yeah.
before that. Anyway, The Blob, a bunch of shit was coming out around that time. It counts because you got a sequel out of it, and I don't know why the sequel wasn't as good, because it wasn't directed by Cronenberg, and Eric Stoltz did the best he could with what he had, I feel like.
Yeah.
But it could have kept going. Like
I
they could
think-
have
yeah.
brought it. It could have gone a third movie that maybe could have brought it back. I don't know why no one wanted to invest any more money into it, because I don't think it did that terrible.
The second one, I think, bombed pretty bad.
Did
so,
it?
Yeah, I think
Did
it was probably just timing, and it didn't do that well.
It was. Yeah, I think it made like
I don't
a
know.
quarter of what the first. Yeah.
Okay.
But
okay.
I mean, at
it
the
had some hardcore scenes,
you know,
dude.
for revitalizing like an older property, you know, well enough. Cronenberg did it well enough that there was another movie. So it's something.
100%.
Not
100%.
a big example.
You've been bringing some good pulls, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Fuck
I
yeah.
I got some
And
more.
you had one of them on you too. So now, all right. So we're getting close to the end here. So we'll do one round, rapid fire, just
Okay.
one. No insanely lengthy conversations now. I'm gonna throw it out. It hasn't been mentioned yet, which I'm surprised, and that's gonna be Dream Warriors, Nightmare on Elm Street, 1987.
I was doing that for you.
Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. I mean, God. I mean, now, and I say this coming from, I don't think 2 is a bad film. It should not have happened as the sequel.
It's not a good film though.
No.
No, it's not.
There's aspects of 2. Freddy's in the shadows a lot more. His makeup is the gnarliest in 2 compared to 1, 3, and then moving forward. His makeup is just disgusting in part 2.
But the writing was off.
Yeah, the writing was off.
He has the
he has the deepest
creepiest
voice.
line.
And yeah, he's like, "You are all my children."
Yeah, that is the
like the best
creepiest
line is in 2, but it fucking tanked because it was such a huge departure from the first one and what everyone loved about the first one.
Yeah.
That 3 came out, and not only did they get it back on track, they gave us the best balance of vicious versus jovial Freddy that we'll ever see on cinema again.
Who
the writing.
co-wrote.
Oh, I don't know. Why don't you tell me?
Mr. Frank Darabont.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Oh,
So
yeah.
anything that motherfucker touches is gold.
Exactly.
God damn it.
Yep.
So
That's
yeah,
true.
but and after that, it spawned it spawned some movies. I give 4 a pass and New Nightmare.
I was about to say
New Nightmare.
this is a double resurrection because
Yeah,
Yeah.
Freddy's Dead's fucking terrible.
dude, it was so bad.
And then Wes Craven could have just said, "All right, no more. I'm not putting my
Yeah,
name anywhere
yeah.
near any of this shit." Not only did he say "fuck that," he put the next one as Wes Craven's New Nightmare. He owned that shit because he knew he had some good shit.
Well, I honestly think he thought the way to he was double downing, the way to at least end his run, the run of Freddy on a good note, but also it's the proto concept for Scream because it's meta.
Yep.
Yeah,
So he was double downing on that,
but I'm just saying,
and it was genius.
Oh, it was.
It was
Absolutely.
genius.
most motherfuckers would have walked the fuck away after Freddy's Dead. Like,
No, yeah.
I know I made the first one. All right, guys,
Fucking
fuck
ass.
off.
Yeah, like that dude. Freddy's Dead was. I don't know. Like Freddy's Dead's dumb, but I feel like it knows it's dumb. My least favorite is 5. I fucking hate Dream Child. It's so stupid.
They get progressively stupider. I think. I mean, honestly, 5 has a couple good kills in
So,
it. 6, you brought in Roseanne Barr. Fuck that.
Yeah,
God damn.
but yeah.
All right, so I got the random one here, and you're not gonna know about this. You might have this. VHS 94,
Ooh. Yeah.
because VHS first one, VHS 2, pretty good. Then Viral came out, and VHS Viral is fucking dog shit. It's terrible.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And Shudder was like, we're not touching this shit anymore because it's viral. And they're like, all right, we'll give you a chance. And 94 is so fucking good, has one of the best fucking segments in it, and literally resurrected the fucking franchise that they've made 3 more since then. Literally just on the coattails of 94.
Was that the first Shudder one?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to slowly watch those. But that's a lot of films.
I know.
It already has that undercurrent of passivity for me. So
But 94 has by far my favorite segment of the entire franchise in it. And
Okay.
I think it's the reason that it did so well. It's literally directed by the guy that did The Raid.
Oh,
So-
shit.
oh fuck yeah, I love
I
the
didn't
Raid.
realize
And
I
it's
love
a
me some Raid.
combo cult,
Yeah,
zombie, dynamic possession.
All right.
It's literally just a whole stew of all these different
Okay.
tropes into one segment.
fuck yeah.
All right. All right. I got a little bit of a controversial one here.
Oh boy.
Um,
Are you bringing the one I thought he was going to bring? Let's see.
No, probably not. Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. That was
I will concur with you.
that was so popular.
It did
And-
spawn a Day of the Dead remake,
It
another
did-
Day of the Dead remake.
Well, it also helped George Romero get Land of the Dead financed because Dawn of the Dead came out in early 2004. Land of the Dead came out
late 2005.
late
wasn't it?
2005.
Yeah.
and he was having trouble getting financing. That Dawn of the Dead was such a rock star hit that he suddenly his financial situation kind of started to clear up, and it probably led to him making 2 more or 3 more after.
He made Land of the Dead, Diary of the Dead, Survival of the Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diary, Survival. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so 2 more after that.
And I would say that the combination, and this, I think they're the same year, of Dawn of the Dead and Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
That's what resurrected
Zombie
the
in
zombie
general.
craze. Everybody goes with Walking Dead,
100%, yes.
but I think it's Dawn of the Dead.
Well, Walking Dead wasn't until 09.
Right.
So, yeah,
but
that
a
was
lot of
years
people go,
later.
Walking Dead's were brought.
No,
Dawn
no.
of the Dead, because, again, that's a big risk. Zombies were not in at that time.
Did they not realize that The Walking Dead wasn't even being written?
Oh, no, it was written around before when Dawn
No, I
of the
mean,
Dead was.
the comics were already
Really?
being made.
Yeah, because Dawn of the Dead came, or Walking Dead, the first issue came out around exactly the same time as 28 Days Later. It almost has the same concept.
Okay.
But you're absolutely right.
2002, so,
yeah.
okay.
The smart writing with James Gunn's writing, Zack Snyder's direction, that cast, everything came together for that remake, of Dawn of the Dead, and I absolutely believe that absolutely like launched the entire zombie craze.
Yep.
You want to talk about another movie that I went in.
That more than resurrected a franchise, it resurrected a genre.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
and a movie that I went in like Evil Dead and said, "What the fuck you can do with this? I am prepared to hate the fuck out of this movie because it's a goddamn remake of Dawn of the Dead."
Exactly.
And it came out and went,
So good.
that was really fucking good.
So
That was
good.
really good.
You
And
know,
they were fast.
Yeah.
And holy shit.
And I mean, fucking written by James Gunn. So,
But it keeps the practical effects. It keeps the camaraderie, but also your problem childs. And dude, it was so fucking good. They even kept certain scenes that you're like, thank you,
yeah.
thank you. And they added zombie baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
That shit was
goddamn.
so fucked up, dude.
I only say it was controversial because, the actual in canon Romero's kind of stuff, this was a remake. So, and he got to make 3 more movies and they were all progressively whatever.
100%. All right, there are more that we could talk about, but we only got so much time on an episode. So
There's one I forgot. I was sure you were going to bring up. I'm shocked. I just want to say Exorcist 3. I cannot believe you did not bring that up.
But it didn't resurrect it. We didn't get another Exorcist movie for 15 years after that.
More than that.
More than that.
That's true.
The remake didn't come out till like 02 or 03.
But
It did not
Part
resurrect.
2 was such a shit show that
But it didn't resurrect anything.
literally the writer of the book had to
Yeah.
direct the third
What
one.
I'm saying is it didn't resurrect or respawn anything. They at least ended up the trilogy on a good note, and then they were done for 15, 16, 17
Yeah.
years.
I mean,
so.
what, Believer came out last year and fuck that shit.
Well,
No, but like The
before that-
Exorcist, there was a remake in 02, and then there
Beginning.
was a sequel to the remake Dominion, and then there was another one.
Oh, they're the same movie, but
Oh.
by different directors.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
it's the same movie. Just one director said, "Fuck you, I'm doing this," and one director said, "Fuck you, I'm doing this," and they got 2 different studios. So it's the same movie, but different directors.
Yeah. Stellan
Fuck.
Skarsgård had different things to do.
That's crazy. But yeah, so, and then that didn't do anything. So and then hopefully I have faith in my Mike Flanagan. He has not let me down yet to date with the 16 properties I think I've watched of his, including all the shows.
Oh my God.
And, with Life of Chuck coming out this year too. I'm
Even
so
his
stoked for that.
lesser stuff is still really
Dude,
fucking
I
good.
still enjoy his very first film that I think was made for $10,000 in his townhome, Absentia.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Absentia.
that is
That's a
good.
great fucking independent film.
Yes, it is.
So I don't dislike anything that man does. I just have varying degrees of likeness. He's been greenlit for a trilogy of Exorcist films, right? Or was it just one? It was a trilogy, wasn't
I
it?
heard he's doing the next one.
We'll see. Now the Adam Green fuck up was supposed to be a trilogy.
Yeah.
And he got canned after
Yeah.
Believer.
Thank
So
God.
hopefully Flanagan will do a good job. And then, actually, you know what? I don't want him attached to Exorcist for 3 movies because I want my fucking Dark Tower series.
Goddamn right.
But yeah.
The only thing I'll say is this is a hopeful addition to this concept. Is that in August we have a new Toxic Avenger movie coming out,
Oh yeah.
and I really hope
We reboot.
because I mean I'm a shameless fan of a lot of old trauma
Oh, they're
shit
fucking phenomenal.
and all the Toxic movies and even the cartoon. Fuck yeah, dude! And if the new one by Macon Blair, who was the guy in Blue Ruin,
Yep.
if it's half as good as it looks, I think it might make sequels. So
Or can we get more people interested in rebooting trauma movies? Can we get a modern day Class of Nukem High?
Dude,
I will
fucking
fucking-
want
Yes.
that
Sergeant
so bad.
Kabuki Man,
Sergeant
dude.
Kabuki
Dude,
Man.
Come on,
That
dude.
one I'm not sure about.
I don't give a fuck. Stop being bitches, people. I don't know. Fuck
That's
your
gonna be a
goddamn
more
sensitivity.
challenge to get,
Fuck your sensitivity.
even though
Class of Nukem High, they literally beat the shit out of a woman like to death.
Now the thing is, I never thought they would remake Street Trash, and that just happened. So
Exactly.
anything's
Oh.
possible.
It's true.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway,
So, yep, that's gonna wrap it up. Us talking about sequels that have resurrected the franchise, but of course, we are not done.
Stump the host.
All right, now I am still up. So, Grutz, you get to decide who goes first.
all right. Well, who's down?
Oh, I'm down.
Oh, you're down. All right. Well,
He's Fallout Boy down.
You can
He
just
is
say,
Fallout
you
Boy
can say down once. You don't say down.
Technically, it's down.
God damn it! See, I
Ooh.
fucking set you up, motherfucker. All right,
well, wasn't there once like a difference of 6 or something?
I was up for a little while.
Yeah, I was trying to get to
and then
10,
I
but
got
I was
cocky.
up. Yeah, it was like by 6 or 7. Yeah,
Oh,
it was
okay.
fucking awesome.
All right.
But there was a time when I think I was up by like 4, and then
I still beat how far.
But then
you were up.
I got
Yeah.
cocky, and then yeah.
I still beat how far you were up. So
All right. So Hunter, this one's for you.
All right,
All right.
just real quick. Remember,
don't say the answer because
Yeah.
I have a chance to steal it.
so there's a stand.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
always like to.
Chance to steal.
Fuck.
That's true. All right. That's too easy for you.
No, just give me easy.
All right. That's fine.
Dude, I forgot Norman Bates.
And you know what?
I forgot
He's gonna
fucking
say
Norman
that,
Bates.
and then
That's
I'm
okay.
gonna not fucking know it.
What is the name of the little girl in Poltergeist?
Carrie Ann.
I'll accept it. Close enough. Carol Ann.
Carol Ann. Okay, come
No,
on,
dude, that's all right.
Yeah.
All right, man.
That's close enough.
Oh, if I lose because by 1, then we're no.
No. All right. What is the highest grossing horror movie of all time?
I thought it was it chapter 1.
You are correct.
God
Cool.
damn it.
All right.
At least I got it right because I answered it right,
Yeah,
That's right.
unlike you.
1-1.
I had
All right.
something in my mouth that.
No,
made
you
it sound-
literally said the wrong answer and he counted it. So
All right. These are going to get a
Judge's rules.
little harder now. What is the name of the camp, Hunter, in Sleepaway Camp?
I hate myself because I fucking know this most of the time, and I fucking drawn a blank.
all right, if I get it in the vein of we're counting that as like a Carrie Ann, it's yeah, I'm probably gonna fuck. It's like Aquanawa, some shit like that.
That's so far off.
I know.
That's pretty
That's
far.
so far off.
I know it is so far.
Because
off.
once you said it, I was like, oh.
That's not one syllable at the end.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I know.
It's Camp Arawak.
Arawak.
Yeah.
God damn it. I knew it was an
Once
A.
you started the A, then I
Yeah.
went, God damn it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we didn't get that.
That's okay. So it's still 1-1, right?
yeah. And
All
now
right.
it's my question.
It's you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What state is the house in the Amityville Horror located in?
New York.
Okay.
I figured you know that one.
I didn't mean to say that. I was just like New York.
Yeah.
Amityville, New York. Sorry.
All right. Okay. All right. What is the highest grossing horror franchise?
Fucking kidding me. All right.
This is a gimme for you. You work in the business, man. You better know this.
But it's a horror franchise. I have to break down like everything that's fucking happening.
So is it a slasher franchise? I mean, you got to like. I guess you could do a hint for that, right?
Yeah.
Is it a slasher franchise?
Because there's too many to fucking just say.
It's the name of the franchise is followed by universe, if that helps you.
By universe.
Yes. So it has multiple movies, maybe spin-offs. I know you can get this.
I mean, I was just going to say Saul, so I have no idea.
Do you want to try to steal?
I do. So it's something universe and it's got spin-offs. And it's a horror franchise.
Oh, fuck.
I'm taking at least as much time as you.
That's fair.
You got 15 more seconds.
Yeah. And it had spin-offs. Oh, The Conjuring universe.
You are correct.
Son of a bitch.
The Conjuring universe with all of its like spin-offs, the Annabelle,
Curse of La Lorna, Annabelle.
God damn it. I did
all
not.
that,
I
yep.
wasn't thinking that.
You don't like those either, so
I know. That's the problem.
yeah.
It's
That's fucking
earned
fun.
like $2.3 billion.
Well, you like The Conjuring. You don't like a lot of the spin-offs.
I hate the spin-offs. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no.
Oh, yeah. No,
I haven't watched.
No,
any
Annabelle Creation's good. That the only Annabelle movie worth watching is the second one.
I lost.
See, that's
I
hard
lost
to do that,
interest
'cause
a long
You don't
time
need to
ago.
watch the other ones to watch the second one though. That's what I'm saying. All right, so
All right, so
now
it's 2-1.
yep, and that was your third question, right?
Yeah.
And this is my third. So
Yeah.
if he doesn't steal and tie it, if neither of us know it, or if I get it right, anything other than him tying it, then we're done. It would just like I said, we usually just do 3 and 3.
All right. Which Silent Night, Deadly Night sequel did Brian Usna direct?
I'm gonna go with this is completely a guess, but I'm gonna go with 4.
You are correct.
God
Shit,
damn it.
4, Initiation was the wildest fucking
Yep.
one,
The other
man.
one with Clint Howard, or was that 5?
No, Clint Howard is in it.
No, I've seen that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
Clint Howard's fucking insane in that movie. So that means I got 4 because
Yeah,
I
I
got
was
4 to
just saying, so.
4 to 1.
Yeah.
4 to 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Now I'm up. So it's 4 to 1, and I'm up 4 now.
No,
Hey.
3-1.
No, because
No,
remember
he got the steal on Conjuring, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
he'd already gotten the other one. So
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
that was the 4th.
Yeah.
Like with the steel and the other 2, that was the 4th.
That's right. Yeah,
So,
you didn't
yeah.
get the Airwax.
Yeah, I dude, God damn it.
Now I hate Annabelle just a little bit more,
All right.
And
Because
we'll-
of your failings? That's shouldn't
and the
hate
nun and all that shit.
Yeah, the nun wasn't that great.
Yeah.
The Lorna was pretty good. Anyway, all right, folks, that's it. Kicked on his ass again. Now, normally it's not a ass kick. I kicked his ass in this one.
Yeah, I blanked on so much of that shit.
No,
So.
I'm just, and I'm actually not shit talking because normally like it's only by like 1,
yeah.
you know. But no, I beat you.
I fucking played that fucking highest grossing franchise. Fucked my shit
I mean,
up.
both
man.
the highest grossing questions were just layups.
Well, see, a lot of
the
people
one,
saw
yeah.
in the horror community. Not everyone likes the Conjuring stuff, but when you said universe and spinoffs, I was going to say Saw. So you narrowed that down. Thank you. And then I'm like,
I realized
Oh,
if
The
you had
Conjuring.
started with him and gone the opposite, then I probably would have won because most of the questions he had, like the It chapter 1.
but I knew. See, Poltergeist shouldn't have counted. Your
I
only
knew-
one was on
I
a
knew I
false
couldn't give
answer.
that one to you.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just like, that wouldn't be fair.
You're technically your 1 is on a curve.
All right. What? It doesn't fucking matter.
It's 4
I
to
lost.
point. It's 4 to 0.5. No, how you lose matters.
All right. Believe
I'm just-
sometimes I destroyed you and some
You
of
did.
them.
You did.
Yeah.
But that was like
But you
3
know what?
years ago.
I like this. Continue talking shit. I need something. I need something. Oh no, don't talk shit, dude.
Well, to be fair, I had to skip the first question because it was a question about what the name of the puzzle box was. And before we started, you were like, check out my lament configuration. I was like, well, I'm not asking that.
Didn't we have that happen too? Where
We did.
Literally, I
We
think
did.
It's one of the.
Yeah, its questions was like in the room, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh
Nice.
damn it. That's why we say like 8 or 9. You know, just more than the 6. Because,
Oh, yeah, no, I did 11 just
yeah,
because I didn't
just
know.
that because
I couldn't remember.
We've had to go where we had to pull out the fucking trivia book. I mean, the trivia game because this person brought like 8 questions, not because we kept getting them right and we kept getting them wrong.
Oh, damn.
So it didn't matter. We couldn't break the tie. So,
Nice.
Grutz, appreciate you being on, man. Hope you had fun.
Absolutely,
You brought some
man.
bangers, dude. Like really good conversation on some of the. Like, there's actually like 2 that I didn't even put on my list. I didn't think about. So that was very like the first Omen I did not even think about. But that's a fucking A+ resurrection.
I
It
think
did really well. It needs to resurrect the Omen franchise.
I hope there's more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right. So till we talk to you again, embrace the madness.
Join us at GUIPodcast.com.